is a seed? What is a seed? What do we understand a seed to be? Now, a seed is the multiplying or reproductive unit of everything that has the ability to increase and multiply. The picture that we saw before this slide is the picture of an apple that has been cut into two. And we saw in that cross-section image that in that apple is a seed. Is a seed. So it is that unit, the seed is that unit of the apple that when it goes into the ground or when it's planted has the ability to multiply or to reproduce. But a seed is also the unit when planted produces fruit in the likeness of what it came from. When it's planted, it produces seed in the likeness of what it came from. It is the portion that must be set aside, not meant to be used or consumed. It is that part of everything that can multiply that must be set aside. It is not meant to be consumed or used up. Everything that can multiply, whether good or bad, carries a seed. Everything that can multiply. So let's talk about examples of a seed, because we have, naturally we have this conception that seeds are only tangible things. But I'm going to be, by God's grace, opening our eyes to see that seed goes beyond what we understand it to be. Peace, joy, and rest. Everything that can multiply. Peace can multiply. Joy can multiply. Your rest can multiply. And if it can, it means that it has a seed. Peace has a seed. Your joy has a seed. And your rest has a seed. And you can sow those seeds. Intellectual ability can increase. It can multiply. Intellectual ability can multiply greatly. As a matter of fact, people who do PhD will tell you that one of the things that they assess them on is intellectual development. That is, you are increasing intellectually. So intellectual ability can multiply, and if it can, it means that it carries a seed inside it. Blessings and curses. Blessings and curses can multiply. You can be greatly blessed. You can even be more blessed. There are folds of harvest in our life. There's 30-fold, there's 100-fold. So blessings can multiply, but curses can also multiply, because a curse is the flip side of a blessing. Health can multiply. Health can be better. You see a person today and they tell you that, oh, my health is actually better than it was last year. Health can multiply. Health can be better. So it means health has a seed. Wealth can multiply. People can grow in wealth. Their wealth can become great. This is one that we are familiar with. Knowledge and wisdom can multiply. We can increase in knowledge and we can increase in wisdom. Ministry can grow. It can grow in leaps and it can grow in bounds. It can grow in influence. So ministry can multiply. Family can multiply. Family can multiply. Again, that's another one that we are very familiar with. Family can grow. You can have generations of a particular line. That's a family growing. Children and then more children and then grandchildren and great-grandchildren. That's family growing. And it's how God ordained it. Time and length of days can multiply. Time and length of days can increase. God can bless. We saw examples in the Bible that God can bless a man and increase his length of days. So if it can, it means that it carries in it a seed. And so everything, almost everything has a seed in it. And certainly everything that we have been gifted with as human beings have in it a seed. Our life is a gift. It has a seed in it. Everything has a seed in it because it can increase. Life can increase because you can be alive today but not have abundance of life, but then you come into Christ and Christ gives you life abundantly. So it can increase. Your experience in life can be better. Life can be lived better in a way that you are more fulfilled. So life can increase, life can multiply, length of days can increase, length of days can multiply. Love can increase. Can pray, Father, increase me in love. Give me the grace to increase in love. And so if love can multiply and love can increase, it means that love carries in it a seed. And it's very important that we know that words are also seeds. The words that we speak, they are seeds. So we need to use our words wisely. Now, so let us now come back to the definition of what a seed is. And let us try and wrap it all up based on what we have learned so far about what a seed is. So, in concluding, a seed is what you take out of whatever you have been gifted in and sow or plant in order to reap same in a multiplied form. So a seed is what you take out of whatever. So the emphasis there is whatever you have been gifted in, you sow or plant in order to reap same in a multiplied form. Let's put that in another way. It is what you take out of whatever you possess. Is what you take out of whatever you possess, you sow in order to reap a harvest of the same thing. Whatever you possess, do you possess rest? Has God given you rest? You can sow it. Has God given you peace? You can sow it. Material things, you can sow it. Has God given you influence? You can sow it. Has God given you relationship with people that have influence and power? You can sow it. Has God given you health? You can sow it. Has God given you time? You can sow it. And so everything in our life has a seed in it. Everything in our life, good or bad, seen and unseen, has a seed. And so let's look at this scripture, Galatians 6, chapter 6, verse 7 to 8. We're reading from the New King James Version. It says, "Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever a man sows, that he will also reap." Whatever. The emphasis again is on whatever. Whatever a man sows, that he also will reap. For he who sows to his flesh will of the flesh reap corruption. But he who sows to the Spirit will of the Spirit reap everlasting life. Whatever a man sows, that will he reap. Let's look at the same scripture in the New Living Translation version. Don't be misled. You cannot mock the justice of God. You will always harvest what you plant. You will always harvest what you plant. So